Hey, hey, what's really going on? Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Today, we're back on XLM against USDT. Going to be looking at some of these key technical aspects of price action moving forward. Going to be looking at some of the pivotal areas of support and resistance I believe we're going to be interacting with here in the very near future. Now, we have price action, which looks to be coming out of a very bullish bounce off of a very key level, which will be revealed in the near future as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Let me know what you're doing with your bag. If you have one, are you accumulating at these levels? Did you buy the dip a few days ago? Are you waiting for confirmation of further support? Do you think there's more upside ahead? Or are you bearish on price action? Do you think this was just a pullback in the downtrend for it to continue? Do you think there's more downside? Are we plummeting through 25 cents, 10 cents, 0? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, jumping right into it, to kind of recap price action that has rallied from this pivotal critical level around 24 cents. I do believe, I guess 25 cents seems to be the psychological round level, but my line there is at 24 cents. We have price action between the 6th of January to the 28th of January of 2021. Coming down kind of toward it off of a significant rejection at a kind of higher level near 38 cents, consolidating toward it, looking for support, kind of reaching below it into these kind of lows that we've kind of interacted with, but ultimately finding support, I do believe, kind of above this level, and we were bullish enough to rally through previous resistance that slapped us into it, and we were able to set some higher highs. We started interacting with these upper ranges, kind of above that 38 cent level there, all the way up to swing highs near the euphoric, 79, 80 cents kind of thing. But an abrupt change in momentum sent price action plummeting through all of this potential support that we could have held, and now we seem to be interacting with a key zone that we sort of bounced from before this kind of bullish run up. Price action reaching below, interacting with 24 cents as resistance briefly, sending it plummeting toward a soon-to-be revealed key level that we very bullishly bounced off of, and now we've quickly found our way above 25 cents, and I do believe perhaps a few days of consolidation is perhaps necessary to confirm this level as support, just to be sure. Although, a new perspective now comes into play when we consider EngineeringRobo, along with the FIBA Lamborghini levels of bikinis, Lamborghinis again, and zucchinis. We can see this whole new perspective come into play here. We had this sell for on the 19th of May, that abrupt change of momentum, sending price action plummeting through all those beautiful potential support levels, interacting with that 200 daily moving average, slipping down underneath it, falling through more support, and finally bouncing off of the almost the lowest of the Fibonacci range here, the 0.236 level at 21 cents, pulled up and was like, I'm the 0.236 level at 21 cents, and now we're back above 25 cents, in addition to the buy for closing on yesterday's candle, the July 22nd candle was bullish enough to confirm a buy for finally returning, and we are above support. So those are two very bullish suggestions, in my opinion, that suggest some short-term upside here, and we finally have found a bullish kind of bottom here. 21 cents was key support at that 0.236 line, saved us before we were plummeting toward my support level at 16 cents. We were able to bounce and kind of find our way back above, finding support here. Now I do believe the key level is going to be kind of the 24 cent range. We do have some overhead resistance at the 0.382 Fibonacci line at 32 cents, in addition to resistance at 38 cents, which is currently correlating with the underside of the 200 daily moving average. So there's going to be some resistance ahead of us along the way that we have interacted with in the kind of very near past here. We can perhaps suspect similar interaction with these levels. And if we were to consider that concept at this 24 cent line, I do believe support found at this range might be bullish enough to bring us back up to perhaps above this 200 daily moving average, or to at least interact with it, weaken it a little bit, and perhaps get us back to the 80 cents that we kind of came from. So lots going on with XLM against USDT. We finally have the buy for. Are we looking bullish? Have we found the bottom? Are we likely to get back in the upside? Is this finally the time to be accumulating XLM? But a new perspective can be considered when we switch over to XLM against the price of Bitcoin. And what do we see here? The ever so beautiful, lovely buy for EngineeringRobo, bullish on price action again, and so that does suggest some short-term upside, and especially against the price of Bitcoin, that does further suggest more bullish price action against the price of Bitcoin. XLM does smell like it wants to kind of go up in the short term here. We will have to consider sell pressure is present at the moment. This is very bullish in the short term. EngineeringRobo is buy for here. That does suggest some short-term upside, although I believe further confirmation of support might be necessary to kind of confirm this sort of bottom here. We do have resistance at the 0.382 fettuccine level at 839 Satoshi. That is going to be a kind of significant level that we appear to be getting slapped from currently. We have the underside of the 200 daily moving average, which is going to be a significant sell pressure as well. Might take a few days to get above it and confirm it as support. And then we do have kind of resistance at every sort of Fibonacci level, kind of leading up to my resistance at 1566 Satoshi, which we came from kind of in the not so distant past here. That abrupt change in momentum on the dreaded 19th of May wasn't even enough to get EngineeringRobo bearish yet. It wasn't until the kind of 21st of May when EngineeringRobo was like, all right, there's probably some downside ahead. Finally, we do have the buy 4 returning, suggesting that XLM wants to be bullish again. The uptrend wants to continue. We're bouncing off of a very key range that we consolidated within from the kind of like appears to be the 10th of March all the way to the 4th of April of 2021. Very bullish consolidation in this range and a buy 4 to support the kind of break upward there. Although at that time we were correlating with the 200 daily moving average and we found our way above it. This time we will have to kind of see how much resistance is underneath it moving forward against the price of Bitcoin. So there's definitely lots going on for XLM at the moment. Lots of buy and sell pressure currently present. EngineeringRobo being bullish here does suggest some short-term upside. The bulls might be coming back into play, and we could finally see some relief rallies, that kind of thing. Some retests of some kind of higher levels that we just came from. But further confirmation of support would definitely be kind of beneficial. Now, lots going on for XLM against Bitcoin. When we consider Bitcoin against USDT, we can see this new perspective in play here. We have interaction with the ever so critical 32K level. We had price action falling beneath it on the 16th of July of this year, and then interaction with 32K as resistance. It was very bearish for a minute there. We thought we were plummeting into the 20s. As soon as we got to like 29K, it was like, look at me, I'm 29K, and now we're back above 32 again. So very bullish bounce off of the top of the 20Ks. Will we hold 32K is going to be the next kind of question here. I do believe that is going to be the critical level, because even after that very bullish bounce, we still do not have the buy for EngineeringRobo. Still slightly bearish on Bitcoin at the moment. So perhaps some further consolidation, perhaps some more retests downward, some reaches downward to further make sure that 32K is support might be necessary for the uptrend to continue. So we definitely have kind of still lots going on in play at the moment, and some significant overhead resistance waiting for us as we kind of make our way back up. Say we confirm 32K as support, that would be a very bullish indication of a potential bottom in this kind of pullback here. Although like I said, 0.5 line 34K, that's going to be very significant resistance moving forward. That was slapping us up and down, backwards and sideways for kind of several weeks leading up to this kind of dip that was just bought up. The 0.5 line is going to give us a hard time for sure once we conquer it and find it as support. We have the ever so dreaded 0.618 line at 41K waiting to slap us back down to wherever we come from. Price action got close to it on the 15th of June, and it was like, I don't want to be there. Now it's back down to 32K again. So 0.618 is going to be a menace moving forward. That 200 daily moving average is going to be a significant sell pressure as well, wherever the underside of it is when we get to it. That is going to be a very big technically bearish kind of indicator, and there's going to be many traders taking profit along the underside of it, I do believe. Like I said, we have EngineeringRobo bearish still since the 12th of May there. So price action still under some very high sell pressure, although the overall demand for Bitcoin is still very high and is still present. So the price action wants to be bullish and wants to be going up, although this is some perhaps necessary technical downside, and that's necessary for the trend to continue upward. I still have some bearish targets here. The 0.382 line at 27K, which is currently, since we're above 32K, is looking less likely at the moment, but a few days ago when we were closing below 32K as resistance, it was looking more likely, but price action changes by the second. Still not impossible for us to see 27K before we're back above 60K again. Interaction with that level is still going to be a bullish time to be accumulating. Say we are bearish enough to fail to hold that level, I still have another kind of range of support all the way down at the bottom of the 20K range into 19 and 18K, supported by my support line there at 19,100 and the 0.236 line at 18,200. And so I do believe that's going to be a significant range of very bullish support if we are bearish enough to kind of come all the way down to it, but we are bouncing very hard at kind of all these dips, and price action wants to be bullish still. So lots going on for Bitcoin at the moment. We are very much in the middle of this pattern here. We're waiting for a break upward or downward so far. Still looking kind of bullish in the short term. Very big green candles and price action closing above a critical kind of support level here. Further confirmation of 32K is going to be nice in my opinion, and I will update as needed to see if this is a critical, see if we've held this critical level or not. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Try EngineeringRobo free with a link in the description. Subscribe here on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you buying the dip? Are you selling this pullback? What are your thoughts on the direction of price action moving forward? What are you doing with your bag if you have one? Subscribe. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in for the next one.